Good morning students, welcome back to today's class. Today we are going to see that revision video number 1. This revision is about the accounting for share capital, and the topic is that forfeiture of shares. The topic. So share forfeiture. We already discussed about that what are the procedure for issue of shares and how that accounting treatment for share issue and how or accounting treatment for share issue, and we also had seen that some members or some shareholders, even after paying some amount, certain amount or certain call monies or allotment money or application money, we found that they were unable to pay that other call monies. In this time, company will give the notice and time to pay the arrears amount with interest. But sometimes the shareholders may be unable to pay those money. Then company is having the right to take back or withdraw that shares. In that time, company will take back the shares which is already issued to shareholders. Not all the shares. Whomever is failed to pay that the call money or any of the monies that company require. Clear, no? So when that this calls in arrears is taken place and company taken back that shares, then we call it as a forfeiture of shares, share forfeiture. So here we have some accounting treatment for forfeiture of shares. When share is forfeiture, what are the procedure for the accounting side? Okay, we are giving important for that. While forfeiting, what are the importance? First of all that we pass that all the entries we are normally reversing. So here we can see that first we write that equity share capital account debit. You know that this equity share capital normally we are doing? Crediting. You have seen, no? What is it they are not crediting? When money is transferring to equity share capital, in that time we are crediting that equity share capital account. But in case of forfeiture of shares, we debit that equity share capital account. Next is that two share forfeiture account. This account is crediting, I will say that amount. Next is that to which are the amount is not paid. That if for example allotment, so we write that to share allotment, and in the same way first of all if not paid to share if second call is there
to share second call.
Second, and if third call is there, third call, and when it comes as a final, then we call that call money and final call. Or if second and final call is there, we write that second and final. So Share holder is very simple. But the point you have to notice is the amount. Here, equity share capital amount, we mention the amount up to the called up money. How much money company asks? Clear now? How many called money? Up to how many called money company asks? The total amount we write here. The total means on which that particular shareholder defaulted. Clear now? Once again I will come back. Next we can go here. Share forfeiture account is crediting account. Here we mention the amount up to which the shareholder who made that the arrears, up to which he paid, that amount we show here. And then here we write that if he didn't pay that allotment money, that is already company called up, so he didn't pay, he made arrears in that, then that we write. Next is that share first loan, the same way, if that shareholder not paid over that share first loan, then we will write. Next is that share second call and final call. If that shareholder is not paid this amount, then how much is not paid? So here for simple example, you take that one shareholder who is holding that 100 shares. Clear now? His share value is that one share price is that 10 rupees. Company is having more shares. Among that one shareholder who holds 100 shares. One share price is that 10 rupees. So he failed to pay this share allotment, first call, second and final. So we have to see this breakup, how this money company is collected. So we can see that here, application. Application time 3 rupees. Then allotment time 2 rupees. Then first call just 3 rupees. Whatever is no problem, 3 rupees. Okay. Second and final call remaining 2 rupees. So what the person is did? He paid that only application money. So application money is that 3 rupees into 100 shares is equal to 300 rupees. He paid. Clear now? So the company allowed him the shares, 100 shares is allowed, but he paid only 300 rupees. You imagine that the company asked to make the payment for complete amount, that 10 rupees per share contained into 100. How many shares he is possessing? 100 shares. And total amount is that 1000 rupees. Company has to pay all the amount. That on timely they ask to pay all the amount. That means the application money first beginning has to pay, he paid. Then company has to make the payment, allotment money. All other shareholders paid their allotment money, but this person who is holding the 100 shares, he didn't pay that how much rupees? 200 rupees on allotment. The same person failed to pay that first call money, that is 3 into 300. The same person did not pay that second and final call also.
100. 200.
So how much he paid out of this 1000?
200, sir. Last one. First and final.
200. So out of this, how much that shareholder is paid? Only this much amount he paid. This all is at the odds in arrears. Clear now? We can, if we are at the same time, we can also transfer it to odds in arrears. In that time, we will not write this entries. Okay. Now here, first we are saying that without odds in arrears. So we can see that how the amount will fit here. So company asked to make payment for equity shareholders of complete amount. So total amount of that shares is at 100 shares, 10 rupees per share. So equity share capital is at how much? 1000 rupees. And share forfeiture account.
300.
This 300 rupees. How much he paid, that much amount company never returned to him. You understand? No? Once he become the shareholder and he failed to pay the amount, then company will not pay that amount. So this 300 rupees, the application money which already paid by that shareholder. Clear no? That much amount only he paid. That amount company hold with them itself. They will not return to that amount even if they fail to make a payment for other payments. Clear no? Here you can see that he made calls in arrears in the 3 calls. So company took back his shares, and while taking back, company will not give. What will not give? How much amount he paid. So that we mentioned here in the credit side with the share forfeiture account. 300. It is not compulsory. This account must be in the first. Okay. This we can write in the last also. There is no problem. Got clear? No? But entry is like this. Amount is at how much amount the shareholder paid.
Maybe we
That
can write first allotment also we can write.
Eh?
So at the place of forfeiture, first we can write allotment also.
no problem. It is not changing. If you are writing this and here and there, that will not affect. Only the thing is that the amount you got to see that the share forfeiture amount means what amount, how much amount that shareholder paid, that much amount is considered as such a. If he paid, that much amount only company can take. You understand? The other amount he didn't pay, that is why company unable to take that amount. If he paid that allotment amount also, then that will also be forfeiture. In case of failure for that remaining amount. For that company will give you letters, means notify them to make payments. Even though he failed, company will take back their shares. When taking back their shares, how much amount they paid, that much amount will not be refunded. Clear no? So that 300 is there. And next is that to share allotment. How much amount he made default in that allotment money. Here allotment money arrears is at 200 rupees. So here I write 200 rupees. And first of all you can see that 300. This all arrears only. Then second and final got 200. This all arrears only. While adding this all you will get that 1000. Clear no? And only here we paid this much amount. That amount we write under the share forfeiture account. This is one thing. And while he made the dues or arrears, you also learn that the calls in arrears. When sometime we are transferring that default amount to calls in arrears. In that time, if he made that calls in arrears of this all amount, you no need of passing this all entry. Instead of that we write here calls in arrears account 70. That means while passing that other journal entry, we already transferred those default amount to which calls in arrears account. If calls in arrears is, we pass that journal entry to calls in arrears, and if we fail to pay that the amount, then we mention that calls in arrears. Clear, no? Got understand all of you? So this is in case of share issued at a par. Share forfeiture under par. Face value, no? But sometimes it happen for premium also. And in case of that premium amount is paying with that the allotment. You see that in this question we are going to make one more change. You understand that all scenarios also, no?
Yes, sir.
The other things we are going to see that premium, in case of premium. See, this is face value of the share is 10 rupees and plus 2 rupees premium. So 12 rupees. Then total is at 1200. So here it is not saying that we have to collect the premium. If it is not saying, normally we add with that which amount? Allotment. If it is not saying premium is given, but it is not saying that where that premium amount is collecting. If it is not given, then we consider this is with the allotment. So allotment amount is that already 2 was there. Now premium amount 2. Total 4 rupees is 4 into 100 is equal to 400. So here you see that he made default is that now allotment, first word, second word, and premium also. Premium is paid with the allotment money. Clear now? In that time, general entries are like this. Some changes there. Here we write that security premium account debit. How much is that amount? Think that 2 rupees only for 2 rupees into 100, 200 rupees. So we are right here 200 rupees. You got clear now? This amount, that premium amount should be paid with the allotment money, but he failed to pay that in that time. Clear now? In that time, that amount is paid with the allotment money, but he not paid that allotment money or premium amount. So security premium account is debited with the how much rupees? Only for premium how much rupees, that much amount is debited. Clear now? Next here, Q, which account is that? Share. Allotment can write forfeiture account. How much amount we write here? Paid amount. How much we paid here? 300. That 300 euro. Clear now? Next is there. Q, share allotment. How much amount we need to write? Not 200, 400. Clear now? That means along with that the premium. That premium we already shown here separately. That will not part of share capital. That is why we debited that separately. Other things are part of share capital, but premium is not part of share capital. That is why separately that debited. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Next is that ask you to share first word account. How much is that? 300. 300. Next is that to share
Second and final word.
Second call
200.
200. Now you got that you will get that here 1200, and here also you get the same amount 1200. Clear? Understood? No? But you see that if for example if premium amount is paid, suppose here he paid that